And we are recording. Okay. So welcome to Owl's Nest Books. This is the virtual Owl's Nest in all its glory. My name is Sarah Johnson, and I am the events manager for the bookstore. And before we get going tonight, I just want to acknowledge that this land where we live and work and play, where we create our art and tell our stories, is the traditional territory of the people of the Treaty 7 region of Southern Alberta, and City of Calgary is also home to Métis Nation of Alberta Region 3. So thank you for joining us tonight. I'm going to go through just a little bit of Zoom housekeeping in case you're not familiar with the platform. I would ask that for the duration of the program until directed otherwise, you keep your mic muted just to keep sound interference to a minimum. But that said, there's a button at the bottom of your screen that says chat. If you click that, it'll open up on the side of your screen. And if you have a question or a comment or want to say hello, please feel free to use the chat. I will be posting links to purchase your own signed copy of the book in the chat. And Romeo is graciously offering a gift with purchase. If you buy a copy of the book, you get a free, fairly large package of expensive, tasty coconut sugar. And that's if you buy a copy of the book from the Owl's Nest. So you can see there, I just posted the link. If you click the link, it'll take you to our web store and just away you go from there. So without further ado, Romeo is best known as his family's chauffeur, backyard gardener, jack of four trades, count them, B+ photographer, and social media student. He is a poet in the making, freelance writer, editorial writer, and columnist with Diario Alberta, a community advocate, founding director of Diario's Alberta Society, and delusional but dedicated artist. And those are the best kind. Yeah. Romeo lives in Alberta, in Calgary, in Canada, with his wife. Welcome, Romeo.
Okay. Thank you very much, Sarah. Well, I think everyone is doing fine. How are you? Yeah, of course. I know you're doing fine because you're able to join us, and that's good. Before anything else, I would like to say thank you, of course, for Owl's Nest Bookstore for this opportunity to launch and share this book to our friends out there. And of course, for carrying my book into their store. I would like also to give thanks to all the participants in our meeting tonight for your time and interest in my book. I was told, or I was advised last time, that they will be coming from Philippines also, Edmonton, Banff, Canmore, and around Calgary, but I'm not sure. They're still probably doing their stuff. So, and also at this point, I would like also to mention and thanks for the generous support of businesses, groups, and media, their support to me and for reaching out to our community through this book. And I would like to mention some of those businesses and groups that made this possible. I would like to thank the AGA Academy, the Archeo Financial, Bell Growing, Cafe Books in Canmore, CBC Radio Homestretch, Country Hills Toyota, Diario Alberta Society, Essence of Cleopatra, Global News Calgary, Hendricks Law, Ingrap Limited, Liberty Tax Corner of Heritage and MacLeod, Sun Life Canada, Team Synergy, Ruel and Dina Santos, and of course to all my friends, old, new, young, and whatever, who invited their friends to join us tonight. Thank you very much, folks. And of course, without my daughter, my co-pilot, actually, she's the one involved with this technical thing. Thank you very much for her assistance, for her editorial, technical, and logistical expertise. I thank her very much. And now, for another thing, I would like to make a very important announcement. it was mentioned already by Sarah a while ago. I will be giving away books free, including shipping. But you need also to join us and participate in a short quiz at the end of the meeting. That's the prerequisite, or that's the term before you will win this book. You need to join us and you need to participate with us. And of course, it was said also earlier this in our meeting that I encourage you to visit Ausnes in Southwest Calgary and grab a copy of the book. You will receive one 350-gram pack of USDA approved organic coconut sugar, courtesy of Belgro Incorporated. This is an essential sweet for all your baking needs. This promo, I would say, is available till February 30, 2021. No, it's only 29 or 28, February 28, I would say. Now, I think I have to delve now into the about the book. We'll talk about the book. Probably one of the questions in your mind is, why did I write it? Of course, to cope with the boredom of isolation and lockdown. I shifted my writing skills into high gear. So I recalled and journaled my funny pandemic moments and experiences. Then I asked myself, why not make this journal into a book? Actually, my second book. The first one is Open Visa. The book was dedicated to all overseas foreign workers. Their successes and challenges were worth telling. It was published by Word Alive Press from Winnipeg way back in 2011. Now, with this new book that I have, COVID-19 Pandemic, the premise is all about laughter is the best medicine, because we've been inundated with so many news, sad news, despairing news, those kind of stuff. We've been having a lot of them already. So I would say that I think we need something of a different shade, and that is laughter. We need to put that back in our psychology. So another question pop up. Who need this kind of reading then? Everybody is affected by the impact of the infection of the COVID. So it occurred to me, I would say that our burned out and exhausted pandemic heroes will benefit from this piece of material. So I penned and dedicated this book to them, for everyone, including you, our friends there in our virtual meeting. Not because you are look bored already, just kidding, but because we need this kind of book. And now I would like to share with you a short segment of CBC interview done way back last month with CBC.
When we look back years from now, media reports, government records, and history books will tell the tales of the pandemic. But Calgary writer Romeo Honorio wants to remember the experiences of the pandemic in a more personal way. He's created an interactive book called COVID-19 Fundemic and joins us now on the line to tell us more. Hello, Romeo.
Hello.
Now,
Hi,
first of all, can you explain the title for us? What does Fundemic mean?
Okay. The title of the book is Fundemic. The reason why I call it pandemic, because, in our present situation right now, we are having the second wave and waiting for the third wave. And there's a lot of problems now. There's a lot of anxiety. There's a lot of exhaustion. There's a lot of burnout, everything this pandemic is giving to us. And I would say, there is one faculty of human faculty that still remains, that really need to be tapped. And I said, this is fun.
Right.
And it's premised from the fact that laughter is the best medicine.
Mm-hmm.
So I would say, instead of pandemic, I would say it's fundemic. So I collected, I written down and sketched some of the things, experiences that I had in the course of the pandemic, and put this into my journal.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So in a sense, I was able to pen and sketch many of my funny and insightful pandemic moments. musing, experiences, and saying. Now, so I came up with this idea that, I think we need to put this into writing so that in one way or the other, in my simple way of contributing to the welfare of our community is to put something there that's a bit lighter, the lighter side of pandemic. So.
Now, I understand you're considered, back in the Philippines, you were considered one of the funny people. Is that so?
Oh, yeah.
So are you always looking on the brighter side of things?
Yeah, because I was telling my friends also, I got only two choices.
Right.
You either skewed to the left. What I mean is just grumpy, or skewed to the right. You want to be happy. Those are the choices that we can control. So I would say I rather cultivate this skill, or I rather cultivate this demeanor, so that it's better for me to be happy at all, because happiness begets happiness.
And you have a sister who works in a hospital, right? So maybe is it easier for you to maintain a positive attitude than your sister because she's in the middle of it every day?
Yeah, actually, she is one of my inspirations for this book, because from time to time we talk, and from time to time she said to me, brother, I got this encounter with our administration, with our clients, with our patients, and there's so many things that's going on. And at the other side of the equation, she said, there's also a lot of good things and lots of funny things. So we shared, we talked about, and one time in our apps, she gave me this picture, and the caption there is, look at my 2 masks and 2 shields, whatever the PP is. And I was telling him, oh, I beat you there, sister. I said, I got 3 masks every day in the office.
Right.
And so, what are those? I said, I got my N95,
right.
I got my KN95, and I got my skin thick, authentic skin mask, and that is my skin. So we're laughing,
Right.
those kind of stuff. So,
So Romeo, the book is also interactive. How? How so?
yeah. Okay, that's a good question, Doug. So, I would say there are 4 unique, remarkable elements of the book. Of course, this book was written for and dedicated to COVID-19 heroes. And number 2, written not to ignore or downplay the impact of pandemic.
Right.
It offers a personal platform where we and our heroes can cultivate the ability to see the lighter side of the pandemic. And also, I would like to mention here, before I go to the interactive thing, Doug, is this, in recognition and appreciation of our heroes. Actually, the book advocated for the declaration and celebration of COVID-19 Pandemic Heroes Day. And, 150 books were curbside picked up by COVID-19 heroes last December 21st.
And what kind of response are you getting to the book?
Oh, I think there's a lot of positive response we got, because in this moment of our situation under pandemic, they need to smile even one moment in of their day. Concerning the interactive question that you said, the book comprises not only my drawings, poems, writings, musings, and essays, those kind of stuff. I also included their blank and lined pages available in the book. The reason why is because I think that heroes can write down or draw their pandemic moments, experiences, and musing. The important question for them is really this one: do they have a pandemic story to tell to?
So, Romeo, you've also written poems, as you mentioned. Can you give us an example of one?
Yes, sir. I can give you.
All right.
I got here 3 stanzas. Okay. In weeks' time, vaccine will be ready. Politicians promise exactly not rosy. Desperation increasing, no more pretty. Humans' well-being, so risky and healthy. How to manage this curse, the aspiration. Earth's floating, where is our destination? Aren't we part of evolution or creation? A new normal is awaiting us in the horizon. We were gifted with sound mind rationality. Embrace science, medicine, and technology. Follow all directives, personal responsibility. Welcome wit and humor to our new reality.
Very nice. I understand, too, that your wife told you at one point that you're not essential and that there was proof. How about that story?
You know, that's correct. Actually, second week of our lockdown, our office gave us this directive that we are only two in the office.
Right.
So we were told to report alternately. So on the second week, it's my turn to stay home. So my wife was wondering, why are you're not going to work? Even if I told her that I will be working alternately, and I told, oh, it's my time to be staying home. Oh, now it confirmed to me. She said, what? That you are not only non-essential at home, but also at work. So.
Well, I'm glad that the two of you had a laugh out of that one.
Oh, yeah.
That's good. Romeo, thanks for this. Stay well.
Okay, thanks, Doug.
Calgary's Romeo Honorio is the author of a new book called COVID-19 Fundemic.
Hello. Back to being non-essential. But anyway, I can continue now. So at this point, please allow me to read the preface of the book. This COVID-19 pandemic sucks. The world is suffering. Statistics are loud and clear. And we should be thankful we have multitudes of essential frontline heroes willing and able to combat this menace. However, they can only do so much as they, too, are both vulnerable and affected. Health-wise, mentally, and psychologically, we cannot afford to let them suffer. They keep the spread at bay to the best of their abilities. How then do we support and lift their spirits up? The challenge is enormous, but there happens to be one item from humans' faculty that is widely sought after cure. It has been tested, tried and true, and you probably already know what I am referring to. You guess it, laughter. It's fresh air that invigorates a suffocating soul and powerful enough to relieve and lighten the mental load that comes with living through this global crisis. As we all know, laughter has a way of eliciting renewed vigor to keep on keeping on. If it's not already obvious, I want to dedicate this book to all the COVID-19 heroes. As a token of appreciation for their talent, time, sacrifices, and dedication in making our world a safer and healthier place to survive and thrive. Maintaining humanity's health against the virus is the noblest deed one can do at this juncture in our history. Our heroes' personal and collective experiences amid this pandemic must be preserved both today and for the future. They are the keepers of our public health, catalysts behind our evolving new normal, and history makers for next generations to learn on and learn from. They are the champions of our well-being, worthy of commendation, recognition, respect, honor, praise, and more importantly, laughter. Hence, this book proposes we declare and celebrate the first day of winter as COVID Pandemic Heroes Day in Canada. As a matter of fact, last December 21st, it's been mentioned already, that a number of businesses and community groups were able to gather together and plan to declare this first day of winter as our COVID Pandemic Heroes Day. And of course, I will show to you the result of our initiative that day, December 21st.
Thank you for dropping by. This is for you.
A steady stream of them coming one after another for hours. Invited to stop by this private career academy for a special salute.
We call this day COVID-19 Pandemic Heroes Day.
I'm a healthcare aide, long-term care.
Thank you for everything that you do, and this is a little something for you.
Right now, we had some cases of COVID, and we're trying to help our client to recover. We never know if we will get it as well because it's all over.
250 courageous Calgarians getting this recognition. The woman in charge of the occasion knows how vitally important they are.
Here's a certificate for you.
Her academy provides a kind of training that's helping us get through the pandemic.
These are healthcare providers, our frontliners that are working in grocery stores, convenience stores, and even teachers are coming in as well.
I am volunteering for the church and help with the youth.
And a little gift basket for you as well.
Thank you. Some low glycemic coconut sugar, chips. It's a book. And I think it has different activities. Oh, looks interesting.
This is the least that we can do for our frontliners that have been working nonstop.
Sometimes it's very challenging because we're always short-staffed. We have to keep everyone safe.
We're here to provide hope that we appreciate each other. We could be able to move forward and make this COVID-19 go away.
Oh, it's been a bit challenging, but we're doing it and we're all in it together.
We will not give up. We really think of that seniors. We really love them.
Gil Tucker, Global News.
Okay, thank you. Now, I would like to make a point that there is nothing unique or profound about this book, but I hope those who read it will come away with endearing, entertaining, and relatable stories from the pandemic. So let me dive into some of the snippets now for some of my original sketches and drawing related to this. So here are some of the samples of my drawings or sketches. So what did you say? I suppose you know this guy, especially if you're a Calgarian. Okay, next. We have our COVID's fashion trend. This one, I think it took me around 49 or 50 minutes just sketching this one. And I would suppose that you're also observant of what's happening then. Things that are, hanging in your rear view mirror, but now it's a different item. It's more of the must. And I don't know if you are familiar with this lady. Yeah, I think you know her. Science, common sense, and responsibility will carry us through. Hang in there and we will make it. This is our public health officer in Alberta, Dr. Hinja. And also, I also able to draft some sayings as COVID-19 is an equal opportunity menace and kind of like a climate change. No amount of protest from interest groups can effectively halt or alter the impact. Also, before, you can't enter a bank with mask. Now, you cannot enter banks without them. Look what COVID is doing in our society right now. Different kind of stuff. And also this one is one of the things that I like. Most politicians use masks and distancing effectively. Masking through intentions and distancing from promises. I don't know, but anyway, that's just my observation. And also, I get here with you some of the listing about medical opinions on easing up lockdowns. I will just pick one or two or three or four. Dentists contends it is their crowning moment. For the midwives, argue that it will prematurely deliver false hope. And for our physical therapists, they will wrap and align misplaced neck bones and tendons of people's glued to Netflix for months. And also for speech language pathologists, will assess if all will have the same accent and intonation after lockdown. And the massage therapist, number 12, they are wondering how to deliver their services digitally or virtually. Yeah, these are the things that I think in one way or the other we can give us a light moment that we'll be able to forget the hardship of this COVID doing in our lives. And now, so finally, I would like to also present to you this very experience that I had with my sister. On the first Sunday after the pandemic was declared, the phone rang. Yep, I replied to my sister, a nurse checking in us on the other line. We're not going to the church today. However, I assured her that our Sunday spiritual practice was taken care of. How? She inquired. Of course, my daughter will lead a praise and worship. I will deliver the message, and my wife will collect the offering. As usual, she always prefers cash. No check, no e-transfer, only cash. You know what? It so happened that I got her purse beside me. So I took all the cash from her purse. So she was satisfied without knowing that it's her money. So those kind of things that we're doing, those kind of moments, I was able to do it. Now, I would like also to share with you, my friends, the takeaways of this book. First, it has been mentioned a while ago that it was written not to downplay nor ignore the impact of the pandemic. Secondly, the declaration of COVID Heroes Day on every first day of winter, December 21st, that was taken care of already. And third, I think this is one of the most important aspects of the book, the interactive nature of the book. I mentioned a while ago that there are blank and lined pages already. Why are our entries or your entries or journal important and relevant? First, this will serve as a historical record of your COVID pandemic experiences and stories, authentic, reliable, and firsthand. Secondly, this book will be one of the best gifts you can pass on to your family and to our historians. Our collective stories and experiences are the future historical currencies, and they are very precious for our upcoming generations. They would like to know how we cope with this deadly pandemic. And finally, I would say that if you move on and get this book and do what it asks you to do, you will also be one of the co-authors of our COVID-19 pandemic history of the 21st century. We are not only be listening the history of this COVID way back then, or our family, our grand, they will they will not be only listening about what happened then, but they will be reading the experiences and the stories of their great parents, grandparents. So I hope you see what I mean there. And I would say I would like also to, before we come close to the end, I got here some of my final thoughts. I would like to make it very clear that I am not selling a book per se. I just want to share my experiences and stories with our COVID heroes and to you, my friends, listening there. But here is the catch. But you need to have a copy of the book to enjoy the sharing of our experiences and writing our version of COVID-19 history. We are a history-making bunch of people right now. And of course, I want I want to stop talking as you're probably tired of my voice. So I'm going to take a break and hand the floor over to you. Do you have a pandemic story to share or tell others today or in the future? Now, here's another good thing to remember. The first person to share will get a free copy. So speak now or forever hold your peace. After you share, please contact and give me your mailing address. And now I encourage you to share your story. Anybody? the first one who will share their story, of course, I will give you one book free. And if you will ask, I can also add sugar for that. So who's the first one to share your story? Anyone there? Hello? Anybody home? Anybody home?
I think people are feeling kind of shy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or
I have a story. I'm not gonna claim the prize, but I've got a story.
okay, sir.
So I think this was in May. It was when everything was like locked down totally. So I can't remember when that was. March, April. Anyway, so everything's totally locked down. Everyone was like really, really scared because we didn't have any information about the virus other than we don't know anything.
Hindi ko sasabihin yung ano, pangalan.
Here we go. Anyway, I had gone to bed, and then my husband wakes me up at midnight and he says, I think I need to go to the hospital. And I'm like, what? And he's like, I think I have a blood clot from sitting too long. So he had to go to the hospital, and sure enough, he had a blood clot behind his knee because he's working from home. So he was like basically just sitting in his office chair from the time he got up till the time he went to bed with like very few get up and move around breaks. So that was kind of a COVID adjacent experience.
Yeah. So Sarah, you are entitled to one book.
You know what? I'm gonna pass it off to the next person. If anyone else would like to share something that happened to them during COVID.
Anybody want to share your experience? Come on, folks. Or I'll make it 2 packs of sugars.
Just keep going up, upping the incentive.
Anybody? Come on, share your story. Don't tell me you don't have any COVID pandemic related story. There's a lot out there.
I have a little story. No, I don't think it's a story. I'm Janina.
Oh, Janina.
Because I want that book.
Good.
Oh no, it's just a simple thing. Like I've been working from home for almost a year. I went back to work September, and then went back like, so that's the first week of September, and then I had to carry my computer, go back home in October because I got sick, but thankfully I was negative. And then I have to go back to work again 2 weeks after, and then we're sent home again. So as of right now, I'm working from home again. So that's my experience.
Just like a yo-yo.
Yeah, it's not easy too because my computers it's like a desktop computer, so I have to carry them every time. I have to go back and forth. But now at least my work is letting me stay at home it's been like 3 months now,
So,
like the second time. Yeah.
Look at that, eh?
And I like working from home. It's quieter.
So what do you feel about that alter in your routine?
Sorry?
So what do you feel about that alteration in your routine?
It's quite an adjustment. I think the first time we were sent home, I was able to adapt, but the second time we were sent home, it was quite an adjustment for me. The second time we were sent home was in November, so it was really dark. I think I have to adjust with hours, like my sleeping schedule, and It was really tough around November, but I'm now like used to it again. So I hope they don't let us go back soon. So I'm super used to it now.
Okay, some more? I know you got the stories there, folks.
I'm COVID-19 and I have a story.
Okay.
We just had a staff meeting today and we were just talking about what are some of the challenges or highlights kind of in this 1 year of working from home. And we all agreed that the one term that maybe we've all said at one point on a Zoom meeting has been, "You're muted." So that's my little story.
Muted. Okay, so I think we will go to our quiz now. And I would like to turn over the session to my co-pilot. Take it away.
All right, folks, this is the fun and interactive part. How many are we? Okay, this will work. Perfect. So as I mentioned, it's time to get interactive. I'm just gonna share my screen. Bear with me as I figure this out. But if you could have your cell phone ready.
Okay.
And
Cell
if you
phone
can
ready.
open a browser. So that could be internet, Safari, Chrome.
Okay.
Open up another window.
It's too cold outside.
Don't open an actual window.
Okay.
So you'll have a new window open, and then how it's going to work is you'll see the question on the Zoom room, and then you'll answer on your phone. So we're going to be doing what the cool kids are doing now in Zoom classes, a Kahoot. So let me pull this up. Can everybody see this?
Okay.
I don't know. I can't hear anyone and I can't see anyone.
I've got it. I tried.
You got it?
Yeah, I tried explaining this to my parents a couple of weeks ago, and so like, don't freak out. This is actually very easy.
It is, and it's quite fun. So,
yeah.
Oh, we got one person in the room. Hi, Tin, and we got one more, Nikki. Another Sarah. Awesome.
This is going so much better than it did with my family.
So when you open that browser on your phone, you're going to enter kahoot.it, and then it'll prompt you to fill it in with this game pin, which is 5968922. And then it'll ask you for your nickname. And then after that, you'll just need to press, I think it's submit or enter.
Graphics.
Give it a few more minutes.
Romeo, is this all your art, or is this like from the Kahoot?
No, it's just taken from, I don't know where they got it. So
Stanford.
Oh, cool. It's awesome. I love it.
Okay, I think this is most of us. Give it 30 more seconds.
John Savard,
Whoa,
bedrockrealty.ca.
my phone is talking.
That is our largest 24-hour.
Okay.
I'm very
Are we
excited.
ready to
about
go?
this.
Is everyone ready to go? So, When everyone has joined, we'll start the quiz. Speed is of the essence. This is a very important factor. And the top 3 highest scores will win a free copy of the book. So make sure you get the question right, and also make sure you answer it quickly. There's going to be a couple questions that ask for multiple answers, and don't forget to press submit. So sometimes we'll like select it and then it doesn't go through. So make sure you press submit for those that ask for multiple answers. So I'm gonna press start. We're ready to go. Good luck.
Yahoo!
Nicely done, everyone. A pluses all around. How does our scoreboard look? Ooh, we're close.
I forgot the title.
Sorry, Diane, I can't follow.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Is it showing up on your phone, Tita?
Yes, but I don't know. I'm a little bit. Okay.
Also, if you already won the book,
I'm sorry.
then we'll go with the 3 below you.
What?
Ooh. A lot of you are really fast.
Good job, everybody.
Oh, I want to go to Hawaii.
Same.
Don't we all?
Look at that.
Ooh.
Ugh, I am not fast enough.
Nice.
Ooh.
Who is this 10?
I'd rather go to Mexico. answer fast.
I think that plus gave it away.
Oops.
Why did I do that? What have I done?
Oh, I'm off the board.
Oh boy.
Here we go. Yeah, now it's all on speed.
Yeah. Oops.
Oh.
Oops.
Oh, I'm not watching my news. No. Oh my.
Two more.
Two more.
Oh, I'm back, baby.
Wow.
Nice.
Finally, last one.
I'm letting it lag so you can all just kind of anticipate it. Ready? I'm going to count it down. 3, 2, 1.
Question.
All right.
Tan tan tan. Janina. Nikki. And whoa! Congratulations! Oh, who are the runner-up?
Well, is there any prize for the kulelak?
Oh yeah, we will give.
Don't worry. One of these people on the podium already got a book.
Not me.
So we'll go down the list. Congrats, everybody. Good job, Tin, Nikki, and Janita.
Thank you. I tried really hard.
Me too.
It was
I
fun.
failed.
Thanks.
Okay.
Okay. So I'm now at the end part of our session of our meeting. So I just want to mention this important announcement. Also, I forgot to mention this while ago. That this coming Tuesday, February 16, a number of businesses also and community groups will be distributing over 300 300 gift bags to healthcare heroes at Bethany Riverview Care Center. If you remember, this Bethany Riverview Care Center was the place where the first COVID healthcare the first healthcare worker died of COVID infection here in Calgary. Imagine the trauma that it brought to the employees or other healthcare workers working in that facility. So, having that said, it's been the passion of this group to really express not only the sympathy for the family, but also for the co-workers of the deceased, and at the same time also to appreciate them as heroes of our struggle with pandemic. So I appreciate these businesses and group And it's also a challenge to, if you know a business, you know a group, or you know somebody individual who would like to follow this kind of initiative, they can do it. We can show our appreciation to our COVID heroes. And it's very important for them to feel that we, the community, are really taking care of them. And of course, the book is just one of the vehicles or one of the items that can show to them that it's not only that we talk, but we need to walk what we talk. And finally, I would like now to open our remaining time for question and answer. And some of you have questions out there. And one thing sure, I would say that if you have a very hard question, I will let Sarah answer all those questions. Right, Sarah?
Yeah. I'll take the hard questions.
Okay. So
All
any
right,
question?
I'll run interference. Pass. Next question.
Yeah. So got any question there?
How much is your book?
How much is my book? Oh, I think Sarah can answer that.
Oh, yeah, I can. I'm just
Yeah.
gonna it is $25.
There you go.
Thank you.
That is $25, and then you will get a free coconut sugar, and the sugar is worth around $5. So,
And we have lots.
yeah, not only that, while you are reading the book, you can use the sugar while having your coffee or while you're baking, and nice. Another question, please.
So you can just order online at house or
Yeah, if you click the link, I'm just posting it right now in the chat. If you click the link, it'll take you to our web store and you can order from there.
okay, thanks.
I have a
Okay.
question. What are you working on now, Romy? Anything
Me?
new? Another book?
Wow, that's a good question, Sarah. Actually, one of the things that I'm really planning right now is I already, what they call this, over 200 books already out there in the hands of our heroes. And I would like to get some feedback from them. If ever they have some entries in their journal or in the book, they can contact me and I can compile all those stories. Because if you are going to look at how we do things, we common people, we're just the one reading, listening to history coming from mainstream media, from the government. I said, can we not also journal entry our own experiences? Because usually what we hear and what we listen are the stories of patient, and they are very important, of course. We need to understand that. But at the same time, also, it is also important for us to know the experiences of our heroes, because they are the first-hand person who sees the reality of the devastation brought about by this virus. So it's a win-win for the common people and at the same time for our heroes to know what's happening in their mind when this pandemic is ravaging our community. So I think that's very important. That's why I was telling a while ago that if you have a story, I think this is time to write down the story, because I would say COVID-19, just like that pandemic flu, in 2000, whenever is that, 13. We have the technology now. We have everything in our disposal to really capture the reality and the impact of this pandemic to us. So generations to come will see and will learn from us how we cope with this pandemic. And that's a very precious information for them. So I don't know. I think I'm just thinking too way apart, too way what I can do. But I think that's one of the things. That's why I was saying that any information we can generate or we can put into writing, they are the very precious historical currencies in the future. That's one of the things that I'm thinking right now is
Oh,
yeah.
that seems like I don't know. Yeah, I think a lot of people have pandemic stories or stories of pandemic life. And when things go back to normal, I think we'll be surprised at how quickly we forget. That happened with the Spanish flu as well.
Yeah.
It got buried in history and people forgot about it.
Yeah, another thing is, say for example, you have a copy of the book. From time to time, you encounter clients going to the bookstore and you talk, you discuss things, and they share their experience. And then it so happened that you can, you capture the essence, the gist of the story, and then you put a fun spin on it, and then put that in the book. And then, during family gatherings, you talk about what have you done during the pandemic, what have you done. If you have the book, you can, hey, look at this. It was in February 11th, 2011 that we have this quick the launching of the book, and then these are the fun things that we've done. So you have the record about the pandemic, your experiences, and of course your children, your grandchildren. If you pass along this book to them, they will see, oh yeah, mom has this experience before. Oh yeah, this is how they cope with the pandemic. Yeah, so it doesn't stop here, but it is a continuing process that we can pass on to our kids, to our grandkids, and they will not be depending on what they can browse from their devices. People will just feeding us a lot of stuff there. But what about the reality of our experience, our story? I think that's more precious.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Any other questions?
How long did it take you to write this book?
Wow, that's a good question. I think I started journaling first week of April. I started journaling first week of April because I said, in my introduction a while ago, I said, it's gonna be a boring days ahead because of the lockdown, because of the restrictions, what I have to do. Then I recalled some of the funny things that I encountered, and being keen and observant with a lot of people around me, especially in the office. And I still remember this situation. I think this situation started my interest to write down my book. Is there is this guy who visited our office. I think that was third week or last week of March, and he was so very confident telling us his story that he said every time he went into a mall or a big store, before he enters that store, he will just stay in the door or in the gate or the door first and listen if there are people coughing, sneezing inside. So he said if he hears one, he will just bugger out. He will not get into the department store. If he hears somebody sneezing there, just go out and he will not go in. So, wow, that's a good strategy, I said. And then, so we talk more about his coping with the virus. And then when he's about done with his doing inside the office, that the final thing that he said while opening the door is that he's telling us that we need to be careful, and at the same time he coughed out loud and he sneezed out loud. And I said, what is that? You are the one coughing, you are the one sneezing, and you said you don't, so it's fun. I said, oh boy, you're telling us what to do, and then here you are, you're the one doing the things that you don't others doing to you. Yeah, those kind of stories. So I said, oh, I think I have to journal that. I got to write it down, and yeah, there's a lot of those things. So it started on April, and then I very much thankful for my daughter, because I was telling her if it is possible that I can buy a brass, and she said, Dad, no, you don't need that. You'll just be wasting. I know you will be wasting a lot of resources there, a lot of paint, a lot of brass and canvas. I'll just buy you this iPad. So there's that app there that you can draw. And I said, so I started drawing, I started visualizing things and put that into illustrations. So it started there, and actually I got more than 200 drawings in collection. I got over 70 stanzas of poem. I got over 25 sayings and different kind of stuff. So it's very interesting to have a copy of that book, and who knows, your interest in drawing, your interest in journaling will be cultivated, and you will be writing soon your experiences and stories. So yeah, it was published second week of December. So from first week of April, I was able, yeah, it's done and it's now in the market.
Do you have enough toilet paper from now until the end of the year?
Oh, that's the question. But don't use the pages of the book, please. Yeah, those are my experiences concerning the book. It's really painstaking, because I got a lot of time, especially that we were reporting alternately from the office. So what you're gonna do? You're gonna sit down and what? Think. I made use of that time to write and to compose a poem, contemplate, think of sayings about COVID, and put them in drawing. Okay, so if no more question, I will say thank you very much to all of you for your time and interest to join our virtual meeting. And I hope that you will patronize our initiative to really help our COVID heroes, and at the same time help ourselves to write down our experiences and come up with a good material like this too. And of course, don't forget to continue to browse all the books offering from the Owl's Nest bookstore. And I thank them for carrying this book.
Our pleasure.
That's it for now. Sarah, if you have the last word, please.
Sure. All right. So those last words are thank you for joining us. Thank you, Romeo, for being here. Thank you to your wonderful daughter and co-pilot. We've never had a Kahoot in an event before, and it was so fun. I'm definitely going to recommend it as programming for future events, because it was really fun and it was much easier than trying to do it with my family. So I have hope.
Yay! I'm glad.
And again, you can get the book from Owl's Nest. We also sell many other books. We also have many other events. So if you're interested in attending more cool events like this one, go to owlsnestbooks.com and our events page, and you will see everything that we have coming up in the future. So stay well, everyone, and hopefully we'll see you soon. Good night.
Okay. Thank you very much, Sarah.
Good night. Thank you.
Bye.